Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I used to sing at the beginning of my lives on my supporter page. I was like, good morning. And so, Facebook like dinged me for trying to like steal songs and like impersonate. It's ridiculous, right? Like copyright infringement. And I was like, I am not a singer. Like if someone thinks that I am, nope. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jamie. I'm waiting for Cooper to come join us. I don't think he's going to. That kid, he doesn't like to do. He's living his last days of vacation happily. Good morning. So, these just came in the mail, and I wanted to show them to you. Okay, first, that is Cooper's Miracle League photo, 2023 season, undefeated. They don't keep score. And here is the one that he took with his best friend. This is Peyton. Peyton has Kabuki syndrome. She is 12 years old as well. They are in adjacent classrooms at school. And Peyton's mom is actually went to high school with my husband. So they have been friends for a long time. And then now our kids are friends. So that is Cooper and Peyton. Oh my gosh. So let me show you this really quickly. Here's the whole team. You guys, this was like moving mountains to get this team photo. It is a riot. Cooper's actually in a chair. There's nothing better than Miracle League. Okay, let me show you this. So I'm gonna have to update Cooper's photo here. We take sports photos very seriously. So there's Sawyer's most recent baseball photo. There's Cooper's photo from last year, when he doesn't have a photo yet. And there's Harbor when he played 5 seconds of hockey. So this is right when you come in. There's a little target practice there, little Nerf war. My house is trashed, but so I'm gonna have to update the photo. So cute, right? Cooper, come on! The photographer that tried to get like 14 kids, all with disabilities, to sit and smile for the photo, like his hope, I wanted to like bottle it up and like keep it because it was so hopeful. He did it though. He did it. My favorite thing was when one of the little girls' moms, Emma, I adore Emma, and then her mom is Sarah, and Cooper was having a hard time, and Sarah's like, I'm not lying, she was like, Cooper's gonna sit in a chair. And the photographer was like, oh, you tell it was like not in his vision. Let me grab it. I'm gonna grab it real quick to show you up close. And Sarah's like, Cooper's gonna sit in a chair. And I was like, I love you, I love you, I love you. It like brought me so much joy. Okay. So here's the team photo. Look at, there's Amy with Joey. That's Joey's mom. There's Peyton. There's Emma. Look how cute they all are. There's Cooper. It's fantastic. I talk so much about Miracle League. You have to, if you have a child with a disability, whatever degree, Google it. And I know so many of you live in rural areas and there just aren't things like this. I understand that because we're from a rural area and I grew up in a very rural area. But if there is, you have to start doing it. It will change your whole life. Hi, can you pull your shirt down, please? In the front? In the front? Come sit with me for a minute. Come on, come sit with me for 1 minute. Can you pull your shirt down? Turn that off. Here, come sit down. I'll show you your pictures. Come here. What's that? Was that stuck to your foot? Oh boy. Okay. Come here. Do you want to talk about camping? Can you pause that, please? Look who's here. Who's this guy? Say your name again. What's your name? So can I help you? Can you do a Cooper? No, you can't? Okay, can I show you your photos? Come sit with me sit with me for 2 seconds. I love you. Okay, come here, real quick. Let's show your photos real quick. Come here. Why are you so busy all the time? He's too busy. He is too busy. He has no time for me. He is such a teenager. I hear it. There is a big backhoe in the, is it a backhoe? Cooper, how many sleeps till camping? We leave Wednesday. Here, hold on. How many nights are you staying at the campground? 4 sleeps. Yep. Are you excited? Yeah. Okay, so camping, first let me talk about camping. And because I just love to just drop hope and, reality. I swear if that dog doesn't stop with that toy. Come here, Tinker, come here. Come here, Tinker. Okay, come here, Tinker. Come here. I love this dog, but the worst thing we did was get a puppy. I love him. We had no need for a puppy. None. Okay, so I want to tell you a story. No, Tank. Jamie's family has been camping at this same campground for like 30 years. And so when I came into the family, I think we actually lived a lot farther away. So it was hard for us to go on this camping trip. It's in a town called Alexandria, Minnesota. And, And then we had Cooper. And we lived it was like a 5-hour drive for us. We don't own a camper. We don't. So, Tink, stop. So we went the first time. We went for the first time with Cooper. So this would have been 11 years ago, right? And it was an awful experience. And, okay, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of dogs. I just need a mental health break from you. Yeah. You're so cute. But you drive me absolutely crazy. Funny, we went from camping to boating. So the first time that we went with Cooper, Cooper was 1 or maybe 2. I mean, he wasn't diagnosed yet. He was entirely nonverbal. And the only thing that Cooper liked to do was watch Barney and Elmo. Okay, let me just remove you. And we spent the whole time wandering around the campground with Cooper in a stroller because he didn't want to play and he didn't want to ride a bike and he didn't want to do any of the things that, we were looking at, severe autism without knowing it was severe autism yet. And none of the things that a campground, okay. You're allergic to dogs? Just started today from downstairs? And I have this memory of pushing Cooper at 3 a.m. around the campground and just crying. Legitimately just crying. And we didn't go back. So we didn't go back for a long time. Sawyer started going with the rest of the family. We would just stay back. And then I would say maybe 4 years ago, we tried going again just for the day. And we actually rented a hotel. So Sawyer always went the whole time with Grandma and Grandpa so he could be there. And we just went for the day. And Cooper will often do really perplexing things that we don't fully understand and we don't know why. So an example was he wanted to swim. And the way it works here is like, there's like this big beach area, and then to the sides, there's boats parked off. He only wanted to swim and like be in between the boats. And like, it made us anxious and it made us nervous. And like, we couldn't, it was just really like oppositionally defiant, like, oh. And we couldn't keep him out of the water, and a storm was coming and he wouldn't get out. We used to have really hard transitions away from water. So we actually spent a lot of the time at the hotel because it was just not safe. And I remember thinking, like, we're never going to be able to make this work. Like, we're never. And it was just a really kind of, these things put stress on families. And I don't know if that's talked about a lot, but, always splitting up, and you call it conquering and dividing, like one parent going, splitting up the kids. We have to do that still. And with 4 kids, that's common, but it's a little different when you have one who has special needs. So last year, and if you've been following our story, Cooper made huge gains starting around age 10. Huge gains. And our life just slowly started getting better. And part of me thinks that's because we have 4 kids and we just have to just do it and make it work. And so last year we rented a camper. It was pretty small. You can rent them, just like Airbnb, like you can rent them. And we went for, I think, 2 nights or maybe 3. And we were there. And I'll tell you, it still doesn't look like anyone else that's there, but we were there. Cooper spends a lot of time in the camper. And he loves it. Like, I remember, so my friend Adrienne from Tales of an Educated Debutante, she said her son Amos loves small spaces. Cooper loves a camper. It's like his favorite jam. Hey, turn that down, please, sir. So, while other families are boating and hiking and biking, we would have to split up to do that. We would have to find someone to sit. And it's still challenging, but it's getting better. We are going for 4 sleeps this year. And another baby and a puppy. Oh my gosh. I think we're going to come home like absolutely just fried. But we're going to do this. And we are going to give our kids a lot of fun. Sawyer and Harbor will run wild the whole entire time. They will fish and swim, and there's like so many family members. I think Winnie we're actually going to pick her up a bike. Sawyer and Harbor both learned to bike at this camp. It's because you can just keep like moving around this circle. So we're going to pick up Winnie a bike. It's going to be so fun. I'm really excited. I have really high hopes that it's good. I do wish we had a bike for Cooper. This is the first year he's ever wanted to bike. I mentioned on my last live, and a bunch of you messaged me. He needs like a 3-wheel adaptive bike. And they're so expensive and they're so hard to find. They're like $3,000. So I haven't started the process of that yet. And I wish I would. I wish I would have had it done so we could have, I don't know how we would have transported it, to be honest. I don't think you can rent them. I mean, I could do a Google search, but I've never heard of anyone renting an adaptive bike. Jen, what does Kaya have? So he rides a 3-wheel bike at school. Oh, that's awesome, Michelle. So Cooper isn't able to ride a 2-wheel bike. I don't see that in the cards for him, nor is it a focus, but the 3-wheel trike, I'm sure there are grants and stuff, but just speaking totally honest with you guys, there's probably misconceptions that getting help with stuff is easy. Very often the system is stacked against getting help. Jake's Bikes in Alexandria. I'm writing that down. So Mandy, I didn't think that Cooper would ride one either, but he rides it at school. He actually chooses it. I bought one on Facebook Marketplace for $200. Oh my gosh, I want one. Okay, I will look. I will start looking. I heard you can get insurance to pay for the bike. Tinker, get down. Yeah, so I'll dive into that. I wish I would have done it earlier. I guess I missed the boat on that. I missed the bike. Hi, Tinker. I do not need another person, child, animal in my life to drive me crazy. Oh yeah, Chad liked it at school too, but not at home. That's funny. That is funny. We actually have a bike to donate. Someone gave it to us. It's one that the child can ride behind and they can sit. It's hard to describe. It's like this adaptation that's long and the child can sit on there, but Cooper's too big now and he never liked it. He was scared. Hi, Barb Olsen-Quast. Barb Olsen-Quast is my cousin through marriage. We have a 3-wheel bike that we're thinking of selling. Tanker is going camping. Talk again about making things harder. Okay, there's so much bike knowledge here. I didn't even know all this. Yeah, I think it's a buddy bike. I'm going to put it on the Facebook Marketplace. Or maybe I'll just do it in Coop's Troops. It never worked for us. I think it would be great for some children, but it never worked for Coop. He was too afraid, and then he got too big. Okay, so I want to talk about yesterday, because I just think it's, I'm giddy, with a smile. I think this is just going to bring joy to you. So when I go grocery shopping now, the way it kind of works in our house, the groceries are in the back of the expedition, and they kind of make their way to the steps, and they make their way to the counter, and then we start to put stuff away, right? Process. Cooper has started carrying the groceries in. I'm always here to each kid, take a bag. He has started carrying them all in, and he puts them away. Now, he doesn't necessarily understand, that certain things are kept cold. I mean, he doesn't understand, yet, the difference between the fridge and the freezer and, the cupboards. So he kind of shoves things wherever he can, but he's legit putting them away. So yesterday I took some time to help him understand. So he put so many things in the freezer. So I was telling him shredded cheese goes here, olive oil goes under the counter. This is Tanker's dog treat. Those go over there. And he had so much fun with it. You have to go watch my story. So when we're done here, click on my stories and you have to watch it, because him putting this stuff away is more joy than I've had in years. He's so funny. Everything is so heavy and he just throws it. And, we're teaching how to gently put it places. He gave the dog treats directly to Tank. That's the way his literal brain works. Oh, these are Tank's. I shall give them to him. It is so funny. But the reason I'm sharing this with you is for quite a few reasons. And again, if you're a parent, I hope this just brings you joy and gives you hope. If you're outside of our world, it'll just give you a glimpse inside. When Cooper was 7, I went to a special education council meeting, which every school district, that's a whole nother live, but every school district, public school, is required to have a SEEK group. They're called different things, but it's the law. And I go, and I was there, this is years ago, and they brought in like a job coach, and this job coach like stood up there and was like, every person can work and every person can have meaningful work. And she was giving like this like big grandiose speech, right? And I was at a really low point and I cried. I'm not a crier, if you know me. I cried. I was like angry and I was frustrated and I was just so mad that she was trying to tell me that everyone can work. And to paint the picture, I'm sure she wasn't wrong, guys. I was just in a dark place. And I was like, my son, you know, he has zero communication. He refuses to do anything and that we want him to do. And, you know, I was so hurt. I was so hurt. He's downstairs. What are you doing?
I'm gonna see if we can run on the boat. That's quick.
We have to get school uniforms. We're not going to the boat.
After?
And then we have Miracle League tonight. And you have football practice. And hockey tryouts. Sawyer's off today. We're winding down the summer here. Hockey tryouts. That's a whole nother video. I do want to talk about that. I was so mad. I could not picture my son doing any employment. And, you know, what was so hard about it is like, you know, I'm sure they thought that I was like super negative and they thought that I, you know, didn't have hope, but I just couldn't picture it, right? Flash forward, yesterday, watching Cooper put those groceries away was the first time, I'm like giddy, like my face hurts, where I was like, he could do this. He could do this. And again, I want you to just truly understand, like, I am not negative. I just don't know. Seeing how hard school is in so many ways for him and being in the community, I'm like, how are we going to make this work, right? I think he could do it. I think he could do it. Like, I mean, he's 12. He's got a lot of time, but like, I think he may break everything and he'll go at his own pace. What's in the tree outside the window? Oh, that is super funny, Linda. Oh my gosh. Okay. Do you guys see that? When we had to get a new roof, one of the bags flew into that tree. It's huge and we can't get it down. We'd have to hire somebody to come get it down. It is so annoying in the winter because there's no leaves and it's just the black bag. Once he knows, hey Bridget, once he knows where everything goes, I 100% believe he'd do a great job putting it away. I agree 100%. So I have actually been talking to more and more parents about the jobs that their children that are similar to Cooper are doing, or in different parts of the spectrum. And I know this one mom who was telling me that her son, he's an adult, he's like in his 30s. He works, Jennifer, I don't know if they knew it was in there. I don't know if they honestly knew it was in there or they just didn't care. And it's been a long time now. It's stuck there for life. But I know this mom who's like adult son, he's verbal. He works, I think it's like a Home Goods, and he stocks shelves at night. And she was saying that like he goes in when everyone else is gone and he stocks the shelves and he can go at his like exact pace that he wants to. He can, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And apparently he's like the best worker. Like he loves his job. He's so proud of it. He makes a livable wage. So Patricia said Cooper takes great pictures. I think he could be a photographer. So this is a really interesting story. So I got to meet and interview Dr. Temple Grandin, who is just a phenomenal autistic adult self-advocate. She's changing the world for kids like Cooper every day. She talked about how her first job, she was an artist, and someone hired her to draw a photo or draw a picture or sign or something for their business. And she said that in her brain, her autistic brain, she didn't understand that she would have to draw something that someone else wanted. She just wanted to draw what she wanted. So she said the next step with Cooper, because Cooper loves taking photos, is to encourage him to take photos of things for other people, which is really interesting because Cooper takes a lot of photos, but only things that he wants to take photos of, things that no one else would care about, right? The number 7, he may take like 500 photos of the number 7 on the screen, and that's great and awesome. But she was like, encourage him to start taking photos of other things. You could maybe make a book. You could turn them into greeting cards. You could do, and it was really, we're not there yet with Cooper. Well, they're not the parents. In my partner's class, I learned the best predictor of a child with disabilities working is whether or not their parents believe they will work. That's awesome. I think that's true. I'm just thinking about that. I want to process that. I think one of the hard things for me, and I'm just going to say this. I'm going to put it in the universe, despite what may come back at me. I can't imagine trusting Cooper to go into the community without me yet, or Jamie. I can't imagine him going with a day hab program or a job coach yet. My brain's not there yet. I'm too protective. He's too vulnerable. He's too much of a wild card in the community. I just can't, okay? So that's the first part. It'll probably change, but that's the first part. The second part, I will. But do I want to be working at a grocery store alongside him when I'm 70, when I'm 60? Right? And I think that's hard for people outside of our world to understand, that it takes such a ambitious parent, a really ambitious parent full of energy to take on this world alongside our humans with disabilities. So I just was talking with this family at my picnic that I threw. Their son is nonverbal, and he is in his teens, and he works like 2 hours a week at the YMCA cleaning and loves it. And I'm like, that's awesome. So I was talking to the dad, and I'm like, well, does he have like a job coach that goes with him? And he's like, no, because no one wants to do 2 hours a week. There's just no point. So he's like, I go with him. And he kind of like laughed when he said it, because he was like, I'm in the YMCA. And, this was like a very like phenomenal father, distinguished man. Like, what a great dad. What a great dad to be doing that with it. It makes me just emotional. So it's not always the easiest pill to swallow. I think I just want to say that, to know that there's a chance that if I want Cooper to work and be in the community, that I'm going to have to go with him. And of course I'll do it. But there's, when you think about, your retirement days, you typically think about grandkids and golfing and sitting on a beach. Like, will I be stocking shelves at a grocery store? I don't know. I like to just talk about this stuff because I don't have the answers. Like, I don't even know all the questions yet, but I'm starting to think about it. And actually, speaking of crying, I cried last night. Jamie and I had a few minutes away, and I had a few drinks, and I, of course, just started crying because I was like, I'm so scared for the future sometimes. It just overwhelms me. But I want to say, I think it's really healthy to think about your fears, to talk about them, to share them. Yes, sir. You come over here and get my attention. I don't know what you're saying. Hi, Bridget. Jonathan's 7, nonverbal autistic. He was grumpy, but we made it. It was their 10-year anniversary. I'm glad everyone made it. Oh. Hi, Lynn. Cooper's just over there. He's sitting on the couch. If you want to come talk to me, you come talk to me. But so I put in the caption of this video, oh, if Cooper could call Dad Papa. I don't know if we could make that switch. Cooper, can you say Papa? Cooper, come here. I wonder if he could. Hi, Rhonda. But I put in the caption of this video that, and again, before I belonged to Cooper, I thought everyone graduated from high school, got a job, or went to college, got a job again, got married, bought a house. I didn't know. I was so sheltered in my life. Like, I didn't know that there were other ways to live a life, right? I mean, I'm sure I did, but I just didn't think about it. So as our life has been unfolding, and I'm thinking about the value, and our purpose, and like why we're here and what we're doing, and I think about Cooper, and his life is going to look different than the neurotypical life. And I really want the world to know that that's okay. Yeah, it's important to me. It's really important. Can you come over here? Come here. Are you watching the backhoe? I think about that. Like, you don't have to do all these things to have a valuable life. Just by being himself. Like, Cooper is more himself than any person I've ever met. Like, he doesn't know how to be fake. Like, he doesn't know how to be anyone else. He doesn't conform. And I just love that he gets to show this to the world. Before I had Cooper, I really didn't know that some people don't talk. I had a really off-the-wall comment yesterday. So I have that beautiful video of us talking from Saturday night. And someone put on there, you need to put him in therapy. He should be talking by now. All kids start talking. That's essentially what it said. It's this just ignorant thing. She's like, my son started talking. Okay, great. I mean, that's awesome. Yay. But Cooper, I can't make him talk. And he still has a lot to say. He still has so much to share with the world. Just, I don't know. It's an uphill climb. It's an uphill climb. I had another comment this morning that was just really off the wall. They're kind of like this new theme that like, I don't know, that we're doing autism wrong or something. The comment this morning was like, it legit said like autism goes away at 18. That like, I mean, I put 18 in the thing, but like it was like, he'll be an independent adult someday. No, he won't. Like, people, I don't know, just so loony. Like, sometimes I feel like we like move the needle and it's like, oh my gosh, we're back where we started. I'm living your retirement worries. I adopted my son when I was 63 years old and he was 17. He has Down syndrome, is nonverbal. Oh, Lori, yep. Yes, it is. Cooper, you know, he still does have the diagnosis of nonverbal, non-speaking, whichever one you want to say. And I think that confuses some people. But if like a police officer was to walk up to Cooper or a stranger or even a family member or a friend, Cooper doesn't verbally communicate with them at all. Like even Peyton, Cooper doesn't verbally communicate with Peyton. With most people, he's still, well, 99% of the people, he's still nonverbal. Like at home, like he doesn't even verbally communicate with me. In that video, that's why I was so excited, is because that was the most he's ever chatted with me. But notice that like we're doing like one word at a time and we're, you know, yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to go. So Sawyer and I are picking up uniforms today. We have to go. Sawyer goes to a private school. Actually, you're not supposed to say that. Sawyer goes to a Catholic school, which is different, apparently. And they have to wear uniforms, so we're going to go pick those up today. It's like the worst experience. It's like the worst. I dread it. I just dread it. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, because you go to the same store, I'm not going to say the store's name because that's terrible, but it's just like this awful experience every time I go. Even Sawyer doesn't want to go. And another thing I think is really odd, when do you guys get school supply lists? We're not getting Sawyer's school supply list till August 22nd. And then back to school night is August 24th. And they want you to bring the supplies on the 24th. Is that weird? That's weird, right? So like we have 2 days. Like I want to get them today. I thought that was so weird. It kind of made me a little bit angry. I'm like, well, maybe I can find a list from last year and just get them. I did that online thing one time. Did you know that there's like a service? They don't have it at Sawyer School, but they did at Cooper's when he was younger, where you could like order them at the end of the year and they come to you. Yeah, I did that. They don't have that for us anymore, but it was awesome. So Cooper, if you want my attention, you can come over here and get my attention. We're not going to yell at mommy. I don't like that. And I don't know anything about Cooper. So I talk a lot more about this on my subscriber page. You're welcome to come join. I don't even know if he has a place to go to school. I don't even know if he has a teacher. So, terrifying. What else? And then today I'm doing a live with my friend Rachel later. So that'll be on here. We have Miracle League tonight. It was in an email. I'll look and send it to you. I don't think they have these lists at school. I was thinking that, well, ours is Target, but I know they do have school supply lists, but I don't know if they have Sawyer School. They might, but I don't know. Yes. I'm actually going to Connecticut next week, so I'm going to miss the back to school night, which makes me feel really bad. Because that stuff, I mean, of course, Jamie will take him, but it's kind of more of a bigger deal to me. I'm kind of weird like that. I like back to school stuff. And we don't have to do traditional school shopping with Sawyer. We don't even really... I have a friend who was telling me how stressful back to school shopping was with her daughter. And I was like for clothes. And I'm like, we don't even do it because Sawyer wears a uniform. And Cooper doesn't care. Will you pause that, please? Press pause. Okay, get my attention. Hi, Cooper. How can I help? So what are you trying to say? Do you want to go camping for 4 sleeps? Yeah. You do. And what do you want to do camping? Do you want to go pack your clothes?
Yeah.
Do you want to go downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay, you can go downstairs. Thank you. You say bye? Love you. And then tonight we have Miracle League, so it's Cooper's last game tonight, which is heartbreaking. We have become such good friends with these families, so to not see him every week is going to be so hard. Sawyer has football practice, and then he's trying out. So the way hockey works here is like everything's tryouts, even at 10 years old. And we do 2 hockey programs with him. We do a AAA program and then like the city program. So he's trying out for like 3 AAA teams. I don't know if he'll make one. We'll see. Yeah. Why is it the last? Oh, the season's over. Lola, living life with Lola. It's over. It's done. It's done. You know, what's interesting is I have never brought Cooper to try on clothes. I remember going school shopping with my mom and like being in like the J.C. Penney's dressing room, like trying clothes on. Cooper, we just buy his clothes because like he doesn't care. He just doesn't care, you know. So. I think we're going to do 2 Miracle League parties. I think we're going to do a pizza party at, so our pizza ranch here. Do you guys have a pizza ranch? Have you ever heard of Pizza Ranch? It's owned by, is Abby in here? Oh, Abby's family owns the pizza ranch here, and they have a room, a sensory-friendly room at their restaurant. So I think we're gonna have a pizza party there with this gaggle of kids, and I think we're gonna have a pool party here for the team. They don't have fall baseball. They have other things that Cooper won't do. He doesn't like soccer and he doesn't like basketball, so he won't play the other ones, which is kind of a bummer, but yeah. Okay, friends, I'm going to go. Thank you all for being here and learning with us. And yeah, okay. Bye, guys.